The Pacific Tower are trying to wrestle back their #1 spot on the Global Rugby Challenge ladder after recent results has seen them drop down as low as 3rd position. To do so today, they're going to have to wipe out the Saracens in impressive fashion. A 5-point victory will be no less than they need. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby in the Global Rugby Challenge at GRC, the subscriber series where you guys take the field against the world's elites. Today, Saracens are at home and they're up against the Pacific Tower, who, like I said, are searching back for that #1 spot on the ladder. The Saracens, though, are looking for, well, maybe just their 2nd victory of the season. They sit down in 12th position so far and they have a 1-win, 5-loss record from their 6 games this season. Most recently and most notably was their 28-19 victory over Leinster. Their first win and against a very good Leinster side as well. Before that though, it's all been doom and gloom. A 10-point loss to the Flakers, a 20-point loss to the Glasgow Warriors, an 8-point loss to the Jaguares. It's all L's coming the way of the Saracens. As we know though, their team is very capable and very good. Plenty of world-class players in the side. Juan Figalo, Jamie George and Vincent Koch represent their front row with Will Skelton and George Cruz in the second. Jackson Ray, Michael Rhodes and Billy Vunipola round out the forward pack for the team. Into the back line, Ben Spencer starts the scrum half and he'll partner Owen Farrell in the halves combination with the veteran Brad Barrett at 12 and Elliot Daly outside him at 13. The electric Sean Maitland will be on the left wing with Alex Lewington on the right hand side, and Alex Good at fullback concedes 2 Alexes in 14 and 15. This side is going to have to step up a long way from recent results, but last weekend was at least a positive one for this team. Up against them will be the Pacific Tower. Now this has been the team to beat for most of the season. They kicked the year off with a shock victory over last season's champions, and since then they've hardly looked back. They got a little bit complacent through the middle of the year and a 1-point loss to Toulouse, but since then the season's been back on track. Going into tonight's matchup, they sit in 3rd position, 6 wins and just that 1 loss, and the most recent results have been pretty convincing as well. 30 points to 17 over the Crusaders and 21-12 over Clermont in round 7. The teams had a shake-up for today's matchup, and the starting lineup will be as follows. Sitaleki Kavalu will be on the loose head side, the front row with Shea Givens at hooker and Samisi Lincoln Atamai on the tight end side. Sandre Lambrex will be with Ryan Webb in the 2nd row, and Conrad Febby, Tama Bailey and Ross Cameron will be an explosive back row combination. Jamali Gino will start again at scrum half with Henko Fayard outside him in the number 10. Bob Jeffrey and Dean Mumberg are the experienced duo in midfield with Daryl Gray on the left wing. Tom Barrett, the very talented and versatile player on the right wing, and it will be Max Hansen who goes with a similar story at fullback for the Tower. Can they pick up the 5 points they need to get themselves back to the top of the table? We will find out over the next 80 minutes. Let's get down to the 2 sides who are ready for kickoff. And it will be the Saracens who are in their red strips here tonight, in the Pacific Tower in their predominantly white strips for this matchup. We are ready to go, and Alex Good gets us underway with a high kick away into the left-hand side of the chasing Saracens players. Release. And of course filled in nicely to start us off for the Tower. Ali Gino finds Cameron and Sanjay Lambrex fires straight through the middle. Dean Mulberg in support. Has he got the pace? No. Great chase down, and it's a 10-metre line in Saracens' side of the half that finds the ball. Now here's Ali Gino looking wide for Daryl Gray. Little kick into the corner, and it finds touch just 6 or 7 metres out from the Saracens' line. Now, very electric start by these 2 sides. We've already seen a line break by the man at the front of this line out, Sanjay Lambrex. But now it will be Jamie George to throw into the line now. And George Cruz drags it down, and they set up a maul. Ray runs before finding it out to Owen Farrell, who looks for the safety of the touchline inside his own 22. And Cruz and Daly there happy with the results of that one. Inside their own goal as well, a dangerous place to be. Here is Shay Givens with the throw to the line out, and it's the middleman again, Lambrex, who does the job. Bob Jeffrey, experience and explosive combining. Fires. Has to take a tackle. A bit of an average pass, finding the Toa fly half. Here's Gibbons with a pick and go, and he spills the ball out the back, but Femby is there on hand to pick it up. Quick ball, finding out to Daryl Gray. Now Daryl Gray breaks the line. Can he get past the fullback? No, he cannot. Alex Good shepherds the ball over the sideline. First real chance for a try. And we've seen a bit of an error there from the Toa left winger. The game being played, though, predominantly here inside the Saracens half, as they this time get it out through the hands of Farrell, and eventually it goes out to, once again, Elliot Daly, who looks for the safety of the touchline for the second time. Saracens happy to play the territory game under pressure early and pushing the Toa continuously out back towards halfway. Gibbons with another throw of the line out. This time it's Tama Bailey at the back, and Daryl Gray is standing there first receiver, and he takes the line on. First things straight up. Ali Gino, quick little look for him, and Conrad Femby slides straight through. Femby on hand has been Mumberg. And the inside pass didn't quite hit it with the flurry they would have liked. Here's the big go from Lincoln Atamai. Here's Gibbons, nice to the fire out. And what's going on the back there for the Saracens? Complete disarray as Henko Fiat runs in the first try. Defenders running away from the ball carriers. Complete sign of resignation from the Saracens defence. Samisi Lincoln Atamai did very well, as did Shay Gibbons, but look at this, easy running for the Toa fly half, Henko Fiat. But at the back, Alex Good, you can't see it from this angle, but he was running straight for Fiat before deciding, nope, I'm going to go back the other way. And continued on back past his own uprights and away from the ball carrier. Just crazy, crazy defensive work from the Saracens at the back. Fiat has picked up the first try, however, and he'll have the opportunity to convert that try. Just the left-hand side of the uprights, and through it goes, no problem, no worries. Henko Fiat leads 7-0 over the Saracens. One man with all the points so far. 20 minutes in as well. It's taken them a while to get going. Saracens have been pretty stout in defence so far. But with one try now on the board, will we see a bit of freedom start to flow for the Pacific side? Good take down there from Femby. Sally Gino finds it back to Max Hansen up on the line. Takes on the duty of first receiver and kicks us down over halfway, and running it back now is Alex Good. Taken down by the kicker. And Hansen puts in a good chase. Pick and go from George. Gets them nowhere fast, but sideways. Now Maitland, he has to go himself, finds it back in field. They go a nice little shimmy to the left-hand side of the defence before finally Brad Barrett is in touch. Bit of a nothing play opportunity for Brad Barrett. Gets face planted right on the chalk. Another line out this time for the Toa. Ali Gino. Fire, it's conventional this time, is running back round as a back row, and Conrad Femby fires straight through, and Bob Jeffrey's on the outside, and Bob Jeffrey will run away to score. Brilliant try by the Pacific Toa, and excellent hard work by the back row as well. That's what created the opportunity. Watch players like Femby and his back row partners Tama Bailey and Ross Cameron. There is Cameron to his right-hand side if he wanted him. Excellent work, and a pristine finish from Bob Jeffrey as well. Great season by him so far, and it's looking like no match between these two sides. Complete opposite ends of the table, and that is fully starting to show as the second try dots down for Bob Jeffrey. Well, there's one-way traffic at the moment between these two sides. Saracens really not even firing a shot in this game so far, but we are only half an hour in. Still a long way to go, but a bonus point is halfway there for the Toa. They keep this sort of action up. Another try before the half, one more in the second. The job will be done, and it's pure focus from the visiting team here tonight as they are playing the ultimate game of rugby. Territory, possession, everything's right in the right places. Back it goes to Alex Good to kick off, and this time flying high. Brilliant from Farrell. Inside to Ray. Back to Farrell. Got into the corner on Farrell, but he's taken down. Great tackle, Max Hansen. Well, we weren't giving them credit, the Saracens. They were really out at sea. They had no idea how to get in this game. Now we see them start to attack. And Bob Jeffrey shuts it down with a turnover. Bailey out to Gray. Now it's a change of directions as Daryl Gray shimmies down the sideline. But a very good tackle takes him over. And Saracens will get to throw the line out. Well, it all changed very quickly there, didn't it? Owen Farrell with a great take off the kickoff. And now still inside the Thomas half, but they lose possession again. Now it is out to Thomas Bailey, who runs straight at the number 10, Owen Farrell. Quick ball for Ross Cameron. Fires it out wide. Dean Munberg. There's numbers here if they want to use them. Tom Barrett slides in one. Barrett looking to do it again, but he's taken down by the second wave. Cameron waits at the back. Finds Lincoln Antamai, who's taken down, and turnover as well. Big play from Sean Maitland on the left wing. Possession inside for Saracens as they fight hard to hang on. Here's Barrett. And he shifts it back to the short side where Billy Bully Puller goes nowhere. Now they open it up. Farrell, huge triple cutout pass here. Nicely getting it out to Lillington.
Police.
Chance for the Saracens to fight something back before the break. Pick and go. And a poor one as well from Ben Spencer. Another one this time. The big boys up front. Great offload as well. Lillington to the corner. He beats the last ditch effort, but it will surely be a turnover to Max Hansen. No numbers there for the Saracens. And Toa Bailey looks wide. Now he's got options for Bob Jeffrey. Jeffrey runs out of steam. Looks for Munberg. Munberg back to Bailey again, who's working hard to stay in touch. But it's turned over once more. George Cruz this time with a big play. Getting possession back on the side. The home team looking to go wide. Lillington once more, no chance for Daly on hand. But it's Daryl Gray that turns it over. Oh, big shot on him. Somehow he offloads it though to Ross Cameron. Ali Gino. No cool calm heads here as he go fire out, has a bit of a run, puts a little kick on the top. Bob Jeffrey's giving chase down the wing, but it looks like it'll beat the ball into touch. Oh, that was a little bit exciting to end the half, but it will be the Pacific Tower that lead it going into the halftime break by 14 points to 0 over the Saracens. What a flurry of opportunities right at the end by both of these two sides, but in the end there was no further addition to the two pretty structured opportunities for the Pacific Tower. Will the Saracens fight back in the second 40 though? That is the question we are waiting to see. On the stats though, look at them. 3 line breaks by the Saracens, 7 by the Pacific Tower. That is a big difference as well. Double, over double by the Tower. But the Saracens though, 3 line breaks, they wish they could have scored from one of those opportunities. They'll be wanting more from it from the second half though. They trail by 2 converted tries. Can they find a way back? Let's get back to the action and find out if the home team have got the home fans. Still a long way to go on this one, team. It's only 40 minutes in, and it is only, to be fair to Saracens, 14-0 as well. Hanko fired, gets us back underway with a high one, deep one, down to the 22 Saracens, and Ray offloads nicely to Cruz, and sliding straight through brilliantly. There's Brad Barrett, Farrell, sips it back inside, out wide they go. Now it's the chance, oh brilliant from Jackson Ray, inside ball, oh Lewington does brilliantly. It's a high kick, who wants it? It's all red jumpers, and it's taken as well. Oh, Farrell will score, surely someone will. Yes, finally, Saracens bossed out the gates with the opening try of the second half. 14-5, right under the sticks, and it is Alex Lewington who finishes the job. How about that kick from Elliot Daly? Beautifully pulled in from Michael Rhodes. It went nicely to Owen Farrell, who could have got himself. With a run from Jackson Ray, brilliant down the right-hand edge. And there were so many red jumpers, one of them had to have it. And eventually, they found the finisher they wanted. Alex Lewington, hard-working. And how about this man? Really sparked into life in the second half is Owen Farrell. His combination with Elliot Daly is going to be critical if they are going to fight their way back even further. The deficit is cut for now, though. It is 14-7. The Pacific Tower still lead the Saracens by 7 points. Well, how quickly does the attention of picking up a bonus point turn into win at all costs? It's been 5 minutes into the second half, and already the Saracens have come true on what they promised just before halftime. Good chase from Dean Mumberg, though, for the Tower. Puts pressure on the breakdown of the Saracens, but waiting in the back there is a try scorer, Alex Lewington, looking for Cruz on the short side. Could be in a spot of bother here, though, as the Tower once again pull on the numbers, and they get that turnover. Ali Gino, oh, the ball flies loose. Here's Samisi Lincoln-Atamai. Just a shade in the 22. Waiting and going with it now is Femby. Out to Webb. Big hole opens up here for Ryan Webb. He tries to force his way through. They want quick ball here to the Tower. It's a pick and go from Cameron. And a turnover by the Saracens as well. Sean Maitland has no hesitation to get this out of his 22. He had space and room in front again. Normally a winger's initial thoughts would be to go for the gap. But solely experienced. Maitland looks for touch. Now Eligino, fire-outs. Bob Jeffrey. Oh, there's room and space here from Jeffrey as he looked to go for the corner. Good defensive effort, shuts him down very quickly. Here's Mumberg, puts a little kick in behind Dean Mumberg. It's not bad either from the outside centre. Is he over? No, he's not. He's a metre short. Amazing work in the end, but Jim Eligino just picks and goes and slides it under the uprights. Saracens defence, no way structured after the break from Dean Mumberg. A definite grubber. We don't really get to see how good it was. Dives on it and surely he's over there. I think he thought he was. But Eligino, wow, that is experience. That is sharp thinking from the number 9. But how about Dean Mumberg? Well, I thought he was over there. Eligino saw the ball. He saw one defender nearby. And a big gap between ruck and defender. And Eligino says thanks very much. Another try for the electric number 9. Third try up now for the Tower. And now their thoughts could start to turn towards that bonus point. To go back to the top of the table. That is what they've come for here, the Tower. Will the Saracens allow it to happen? They are now 2 tries behind. It's 21 points to 7. And as we near the hour mark, there is still time. But can they get back within a shout? Alex Good looks up to the heavens and goes deep down, and Tama Bailey. Strong run again from the back rower. Gets them close. Max Hansen again finds himself up in the plate and ejects with a kick down to his opposite number, who skins him down the left-hand edge. A big chance now for the Saracens. The one for Garlo goes into touch. The big loose head prop, not the man you wanted support after you make half a line break. Well, that's all that Alex Good had to work with. 21-7. And it goes. Lavrix again. Eligino to Fayat. Fayat dummies and shimmies and looks his way in. Bob Jeffrey met with a heavy tackle as well on the halfway line. Eligino again. Femby looks up very nicely. He finds Gray. Gray with one to beat. Oh, big tackle, Alex Good. That is huge. Eligino again picks and goes, and Eligino will go in for another try. Oh, what's he done? What has he done there? Eligino has kicked the ball into the crowd. Well, he went for the big finish, and the tackle from behind has been enough to dislodge the ball. That is quite remarkable. Saving the day for the Saracens. Alicino's not done though. He wants another go. Beats two defenders. This time he'll make no mistake about it. Tim Alicino plants the ball down. Unstoppable. Tim Alicino with a brace. Well, he knows the mistake he made in being too complacent with the last half chance he got. This time, he made no errors. No mistake at all from the little number 9. And he goes right round under the sticks to make sure of it as well. Could it be more justice if you tried for Jim Alicino? And he gets a second, and ultimately, more importantly, the 4th for the Toa. That will put them top of the table, provided, of course, that they do win the fixture, which looks all a formality now. Hinko Thaya with the conversion. Right in front, no problems will be here. And the scoreline bolts out now to 21 points to 7. The resurgent Saracens have been put back in their place by the explosive, especially Jim Alicino, but Pacific Tower as well. Short kickoff gets us back underway.
Release.
And who's there in the action again? It is Alicino and Bob Jeffrey. Bob Jeffrey gets with a 1, finds Mumberg, drops it off for Barrett. Here's a chance for Barrett. Little chip over the top. He's got Lambrix on maybe wants it. May not need it. Tom Barrett going close. There are so many dangers in the side. Webb around to Gibbons. Can't get away from the chase. They look away to the right-hand side. Webb, look who's out there. It's Tom Barrett, and he plants it down in the right-hand corner. 33-7. This one is well and truly over. A fight back either side of halfway for the Saracens. No way. No chance. Is that enough to stop the Pacific Tower? Kavalu did well. Just spread the ball. Got it out to Ryan Webb, and the finisher in the corner, Tom Barrett, gets the execution perfect on the finish. Unlike Jim Alicino, he knows where the line is. What a play. And that is the icing on the cake for the Pacific Tower. Their 5th try. And seals the deal on the lowly Saracens. They were on a high, the home team. They had won their first game of the season last week. But now how quickly they come back down to earth as 80 minutes goes as Hinko Thaya puts over the conversion. A very good display by the Pacific Tower. They come for a bonus point win, and that is exactly what they've got. Wasn't without a few shakes, a few nerves, and a few deep thoughts about what this team has in their locker, but they come away with a convincing win. At one point, 45 minutes into the game, it was 14-7 only. But a very good finish by the Tower has seen them run out convincing winners. 2 tries to Jim Alicino. Should have been 3, you could say. Has been the highlight. Hinko Thaya, Bob Jeffrey, and of course Tom Barrett with the finish at the end there for their 5 tries. Hinko Thaya, 5 out of 5 from the tee as well to cap a very solid night for the fly half. Alex Lewington picked up the try for Saracens, and it was of course converted by Owen Farrell. Having a look at the stats, and it was pretty much a shutout by the Tower as well. Possession 66%, territory 62%, but the line breaks were the big one, 12-6, and a pile of chances for both teams that were really wasted on a lot of occasions. The defensive effort from both sides of the back, we saw some huge try-saving tackles from the likes of Alex Good and Max Hansen, but ultimately the finishing capabilities come out to the fore from the Pacific Tower. A big win, a 5-pointer, which is exactly what they wanted. And it makes, of course, the top of the table really, really tight now going into the final match of round 8. The team involved here will be Clermont and the All Flakes, the two teams who won't be challenging the top places in the round robin just yet. Both of them are lower mid-table, would say, but we'll have a look at that in just a second. But all the games now complete in round 8. We've seen the Flakers with a big win over Glasgow, Toulouse and the Jaguares winning the AI clashes. The Crusaders going down to the Guardians, now the Tower with a convincing win over Saracens, and finally, yes, Clermont and the All Flakes will clean up round number 8. And yes, like we've spoke about a lot during today's matchup, that changes the top of the table. The Pacific Tower now sit first by 1 solitary point, but look who is still there in second with a game in hand as well. The Jaguares 7 from 7, still the only undefeated team in the GRC so far this season. The Flakers have played 8, they're still on 31 as well, but of course they lost to the Jaguares. The Guardians are on 23, the Dragons on 22, and of course the All Flakes who play next, one of only the two sides with 6 games in total. They play the 11th place Clermont. So as you can see, Saracens still way down the bottom though. 1 win, now 6 losses, and just 4 points to their name. Still doing better than the poor old Exeter Chiefs, way down there at the bottom. So that does tee us up nicely for our final match of round 8. That is the All Flakes versus Clermont. It is a home team, the Clermont as well. They'll be looking to hopefully get their season back on track, or even on track for the first time, sitting down there in 12th. The All Flakes have much more to gain out of this one as they look to pursue those top playoff places. That is the next episode for you all. I hope you enjoyed today's matchup as well. Big win for the Tower, and I'll see you for our next piece of action, which will be Clermont versus the All Flakes. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.